Well, hi there. I'm Frank Yoakum. I'm the Executive Director for the Enlisted Association of the National Guard, and as you may be well aware, we work virtually, and we have been since we sold our building in December. We don't move into our new building until the 1st of March, and that'll be in Washington, D.C. We hope you'll come see us then, but right now it's the 17th of February, and we're still working virtually. So I wanted to give you an update right now on TRICARE Reserve Select, especially for military technicians, and where we are with that. First, a little bit of background. TRICARE Reserve Select started in 2004, and it was meant mostly for traditional reservists who did not have medical care at work. And this was to give them some sort of medical care to maintain their deployability and for their families. In addition to that, when they put this into place, they saw that federal employees that were reservists, to include military technicians, already had health care at work. They had the federal employees plan, so they were carved out for two reasons. One is because of that, and the other is because there was a pay-go thing going on, which meant that if you had any increase in programs or decrease, you had to find an offset in revenues. And so they couldn't find enough offset to be able to keep the federal employees into the program, so they carved them out. And that's been unfortunate, but that's the way the law is written right now, and we still are living with that. There's about 125,000 federal employees that are reservists, and of that, there's probably 50,000 that are Guard people and about another 15,000 that are Air Force and Army reservists that are military technicians out of that 125,000. So it's not a very popular program, TRICARE Reserve Select, amongst reservists. There's only about a 17% that take TRICARE Reserve Select. The rest do not. The premiums are fairly cheap. If you look at medical plans, TRICARE Reserve Select is about $48 a month for single and about $220 a month for family members, as opposed to something like Blue Cross Blue Shield for federal employees. I live here in Maryland, and in Maryland the single rates are about $230 a month, and the married rates are about $550 a month. So it's significantly cheaper if you were single, especially, to be on TRICARE than it would be to be on Blue Cross Blue Shield, and about half the money on if you were married. The difference, though, is in providers. The provider payments that are made to TRICARE doctors is by law the same as it is for Medicare, so it's traditionally low. And the provider payments made by Blue Cross Blue Shield or some of the other federal employee plans are a lot higher. And so you have a lot more providers that participate and would treat you if you are not on TRICARE than if you are on TRICARE. And so sometimes when you look at possibly switching from your federal employee plan to a TRICARE Reserve Select plan, you have to also look at the providers and, number one, find out if your provider that you've been with for a while will even take TRICARE. And secondly, if they don't take TRICARE, you're looking at the possibility of changing providers for you and your family. So that's something you need to factor into it, more than just the money part of it. The second part is that this has been a top resolution for EANGUS for a long time, as well as for the Military Coalition, and we're still working it. We have some good news to report. This last year, about a year ago, we testified both in front of the Senate and in front of the House in the personnel subcommittees to try to include military technicians in the TRICARE reform that they were doing this year. And we were not successful in doing that. However, we were successful in getting direct report language put into the bill that says that DOD has to issue a report by the end of June about bringing military technicians into TRICARE program. We're not sure what the report's going to look like. We're still going to continue to lobby this year, and hopefully next year will be the year that we crack the nut and that military technicians, really all federal employees that are reservists, are able to be part of the TRICARE, or at least choose that as one of their options. Like I said, you need to look at beyond the economics of it, though, and look into the care of it and how that care affects your family and whether you can have that continuity of care with the doctor that you like. Well, we'll continue to keep you updated. Hopefully this is informative to you. Stay with us. Keep watching our website. Stay on our mailing list for our legislative updates. And through videos and on our Facebook page, we'll try to keep you updated on what's going on. Thank you so much.